A pleasant day, everyone. Before I start my presentation, I would like to express my gratitude to International Institute of Academic Research and Publications for giving us the opportunity to present this paper entitled Lived Experiences of Reintegration, a case study of how former persons deprived of liberty or PDL experience reintegration in a local context. My presentation is divided into 5 sections, namely the biography, abstract, description, conclusion, and last is the appendix. To start with, my name is Cherry P. Reamico, and I obtained my bachelor's degree in criminology from University of Northeastern Philippines, Iriga City. Then I obtained my master's degree in criminology at Bicol College, Daraga Albay. Presently, I am enrolled in Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice with a specialization in criminology at University of Cordilleras, Baguio City, Philippines. Currently, I am the Assistant Dean of the College of Criminal Justice Education Department at Holy Trinity College of Camarines Sur in Bato, Camarines Sur, Philippines. The Philippines has a moderately high rate of crime, violence, and terrorism. Equally, the Philippines was among those with the highest incarceration rate in every 100,000 inhabitants. Crime rates were particularly high in poorer neighborhoods and areas with larger populations and higher unemployment. The Philippine penal system is considered as one of the most concentrated systems in the world. Based on the relevant data gathered from the World Prison Brief, an increasing trend in the prison population of the country can be observed. Based on the Mandela Rule, prisoners shall be called persons deprived of liberty, or PDL, who, under the guidelines of the United Nations, are entitled to minimum humanitarian treatment. Defined as an ongoing process which is known from within by individuals, lived experience derives from the phenomenological tradition and is rooted in the enactive approach of cognition. As such, lived experience appears to be active and passive, holistic, situated in a complex temporality, and partly pre-reflective. Reintegration is defined in both narrow and broad terms. Narrowly speaking, reintegration begins the day a prisoner is released from confinement. And broadly speaking, it is a longer-term process that commences as soon as a prisoner is taken into custody and includes everything that is done to a convicted person, serving the cause of preparing the individual for success after release. The study intends to investigate the reintegration lived experiences of the former persons deprived of liberty, or PDL, in Iriga City Jail. This study includes the following problems. What are the lived experiences of the former PDL in their reintegration process? And what are the coping mechanisms of former PDLs on the challenges of their reintegration in the local context? The study employed the qualitative method of research using case study approach. This will be used in describing the reintegration lived experiences of the former PDL in Iriga City Jail and their coping mechanism on the challenges of their reintegration in the local context. The study made use of the unstructured interview format and mechanical recording. These data gathering tools mentioned above were utilized together to gather wide-ranging data that can provide subjective and objective indications from the respondents as well as the key informants. As qualitative study, the participants were seven former PDLs with cases on crimes against property detailed at Iriga City Jail and were released at least 5 years back. That is from year 2017 to 2022, and who are currently residing in the 5th District of Camarines Sur. As qualitative study, the data gathered were analyzed according to its clustered meaning. The codes and themes were formulated as the researcher analyzes through the data. These transformations was tied together to frame a general description and interpretation of the experience. For the conclusions below were drawn in the study. For problem number one, there were shared lived experiences of the former PDLs in the reintegration process, which notably highlights their anxiety, sensitivity, seeking for fair treatment from the community members, the difficulty when having job opportunity, and the lifelong learnings instilled to them while inside the city jail. Conclusions drawn for problem number two is having the feeling of acceptance from the community, mind shifting, support from the family members, and being hopeful to positive eventualities were very important coping mechanisms in the reintegration process of any former PDL for them to gain back and boost their self-confidence and live a normal life. So here are the appendices for my research, okay, for the interview guide. And also included here are the references. That would be all. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time.